can hear somebody shooting. And that sounds like Nikolai. But we do get to enjoy the power of the Magnum. There is no single weapon more powerful generally than the Magnum, as it will blow most enemies' heads clean off, killing them pretty much instantly. There are a handful of circumstances where different grenades can be more powerful. I don't want to say those are few and far between, but just kind of generally speaking, the Magnum is the weapon that is best to deal damage. Okay, so I'm going to drop... Where am I going to put you? I could hang on to the fuse. We are going to need it a little later. I think that's fine. Remember this area? Yeah, it was full of dogs. Now it's full of crows. While the crows are not nearly as dangerous as the Cerebus, I think they're more annoying to deal with. But a well-placed shotgun blast can put down most of them. A fire hydrant and a fire hose. We now have the fire hose. And we no longer need the wrench, so let's just throw that to the ground. And remember this area? Alright, these are the Drain Demos's big nasty cousins, the brain suckers. They're just bigger, meaner versions of those monsters. Actually, you know what? I think I'll leave you zombies alone, at least for the time being. And over here is the fire hydrant. So we're going to use our fire hose. This is another good point in the game to save, so I'm going to do that. Also want to make sure our inventory is as empty as possible. So, more blue herbs. In fact, if I wanted to, we could take these blue herbs. And we can further mix them with our mixed herbs. And now we have mixed herbs that are not only so potent that they will recover all our health, they will also cure us of any poison. And there's a crank. There's also a drain, Demos. And this crank is square-shaped. And there's another one hiding just around the corner.
Wait!
Oh, Nikolai, what have you been up to?
What did you do?
I had no choice. He was about to turn into a zombie. It would have been a threat, so I eliminated it.
But he was still conscious, wasn't he?
He was as good as dead. And it took fewer bullets to kill him now than it would have if he had transformed. Not now, I'm busy.
Jeez, well, just leave you alone then. The manager's report. This area is one of those places where you can possibly get 2 memos out of order, so always get this one first. Before you begin your new position, please allow me to give you some advice. Some of the medicine in the storage rooms are unstable, and their quality will deteriorate under changing temperatures or humidity. Therefore, you must remember to keep the temperature the same in the storage room at all times. You should personally check it every day. Although the computer checks it around the clock, a machine is not perfect. Try and remember that a machine is no more than a tool to be used by people. You must check all personnel coming and going to the storage room. Many dangerous drugs are stored there. If any of them are missing, you have a serious problem on your hands. The door to the storage room is always locked. When you let personnel into it, you will need to have them hand in their documents. And above all else, remember, if you find anything suspicious, contact your boss immediately. If you forget the password to lock the door, try and remember that it is a word that everyone is familiar with. Don't forget that once a new product is shipped, the password will be updated again. You can always enter the password from the terminal of the PC for administration. Okay, you've taken the manager's report. And there's also a remote control. And this remote control is showing us a commercial for SafeSpring. Now, I just noted down that the commercial was for something called SafeSpring. That commercial is different each time we watch it. It will be a different product that Umbrella is selling. Now, back over here is the business facts. Order sheet. The liquid medicine named VTJ98 is suitable to cultivate the NET type virus. Therefore, we need to order additional quantities of it. The UE6 laboratory. So now we want to check out this flashing computer. Umbrella security system. First class medical storage room. Security authorization. Current status locked. Please enter the password and press the return key. So the question is, what is the password? Well, supposedly the password is something that should be easy for everyone to remember, and it is changed each time Umbrella releases a new product. So we saw that their current product was SafeSpring. So we're going to use that as the password. And the password is confirmed. We are in the storage area and we find the oil additive. That's not the only goodie in here. There are 3 gunpowder A. And we have just enough space for everything. Ooh, what's going on out here? You know, this is the 3rd time we've been attacked by a horde of zombies. Now, there's a lot of them, and thankfully we have, well, unlimited ammunition. But if we didn't, we could smash those valves, and the steam would take care of the zombies for us. One of them didn't do it. There are also some zombies out here now. But the question is, what happened to Nikolai? It's Nikolai's PC. Too bad it's broken. Both Nikolai and the guy he shot are gone. Now you've caught me off guard a few times, but I was ready for you. Oh yeah, I didn't point this out. You see up there in the corner? There's a poor little zombie stuck up there. That zombie can't do anything to bother us. We can't do anything to bother it. It's just there to provide some ambience. Got his rocket launcher. Now I'm hoping that the zombies are still going to be out here, and that Nemesis will like to play with them instead of us. There we go. He destroyed that one zombie for us. Destroyed that one too. So we're pulling the same trick on him earlier, but his rocket launcher can potentially hit us. So be careful about that. We have a lot more firepower this time around, and Nemi drops the M37 Parts A. So now he's going to start making another weapon for us. At this point, we now have everything that we need to go and fix the trolley. But you may remember that way back a little while ago, not a little while ago, way back a while ago actually, when we first started the game, there was a man stuck in that factory that didn't want to leave. So what do you say we go back and let him know that it's safe to go? Let's see. Where am I going to put? I should put you next to the fuse. And I think that's it. We'll just move everything up a little bit. We're doing okay on health, right? Alright, so in the chat they're asking, wow, how many additional weapons are there? Well, we can earn 2 additional weapons from killing Nemesis. We can unlock 3 special weapons from Mercenaries mode. So I guess the answer is 5. Okay, I think it was this way. Well, I blew out that zombie's knees. Ah, I love it. I have cheerleaders in the chat trying to get people to like and comment on my videos. Well, again, thank you all very, very much for that. I do appreciate it. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That's not good. There's a bunch of zombies over here. Oh, and there's that poor guy. Poor schlub didn't make it. But the container's open, and in here is a bunch of gunpowder, and we're going to take all of it. I hope I have enough space for all of it. And probably one of the notes that is easiest to forget about. This is Dario's memo. I can't help but wonder if anyone will read these words, but writing them will help me maintain my sanity if nothing else. After I've become a meal for those undead monsters, will the GIs responsible for sealing off the town laugh upon discovering my corpse? So this is how it's supposed to end? I don't want to die. I'm just not ready. My wife, daughter, mother. My entire family's been killed, but none of that matters anymore. Right now, my life is the only important thing. That's all that matters. I never would have pictured my end to be like this. I had so much left to do. Rather than become a salesman, I should have tried my hand at being a novelist. It's what I've always wanted, but my mother would only tell me you have a long way to go. Why did I ever listen to her? But this looks like the end for the great Dario Rosso, novelist extraordinaire, cut down before his prime. So yeah, poor Dario doesn't make it. But we did get a lot of gunpowder, and we are going to combine A and B to make C. And there's a reason I wanted to do that, and I'll show it to all of you in just a moment. Come on, Jill. Can I get by you? Yep. Gross. Tried to vomit on us. Hot dogs. What does that say? Nom nom hot dogs? Hot dogs, $1.50. Drinks, $1. Back over here is where we found Brad fighting with zombies. And there was a crank that had, well, there was a square hole that needed a square crank. What is our reward for coming back and doing all this? Well, the reward is grenade rounds. Now, I'm not going to grab all of them at the same time. We'll grab them one at a time and mix them with gunpowder. Because if you mix grenade rounds with gunpowder A, they turn into flame rounds. And if you mix them with gunpowder B, they become acid rounds. Now, if you remember from Resident Evil 2 and 1, flame rounds and acid rounds had special properties that were more effective against other enemies. Like, for example, hunters were more easily killed with acid rounds, and Ivies could be burnt with flame rounds, preventing them from attacking you while they had collapsed. And if we combine them with gunpowder C, we get the freeze rounds. Freeze rounds are arguably as powerful as acid rounds, but they affect different enemies differently. In the case of, like, say, Nemesis, for example, freeze rounds are actually more effective to use on him than even magnum rounds, and I'm not going the right way. So once again, depending on the enemy, grenade rounds could actually be more effective than using just the raw power of the magnum. And I think sometimes they have additional effects, like weakening an enemy or stopping it from using special attacks. You guys are still here. There are still a couple of crows out here. We're just going to let them be. Ooh. Was that a little tremor? Oh, worse than a little tremor. So once again, it's time for Jill to make a live selection. These crates are falling out of that van. Let's see what happens if we do nothing. Well, the poor girl gets smashed with the crates and falls in the hole. Actually, I think she takes a lot of damage. Well, not a lot of damage, but she did take some damage. So that was not a good choice. Let's see what happens if we pick the other two. Okay, if these crates are just gonna plow us and knock us off, why don't we just jump off and save ourselves the trouble? Yes, that's right, move out of the way. And it looks like they say YMD. I'm not sure what that means, if it means anything. But now we're down here in the sewers, and we'll only end up in the sewers if we come down here. And we get attacked by these horrible, disgusting worms. I think they're called slide worms, or something around those lines. We'll find them a few more times during the course of the game. And then there's this. Whatever that is, it looks like it either came out of the wall or was trying to go through the wall. There's also bones down here. There are human remains. This is not a good place to be. Alright, and we are now back on the streets right outside the parking garage. Okay, so we've seen what happened if we do nothing or if we drop down. Why don't we just climb up? Just climb up and get out of the way. That's it. Can't even look at the hole or anything. So in all honesty, it's better just to climb up. You save yourself a big headache. Actually, it's not that bad, but you know, why bother taking damage, or why bother having to fight with those worms? Okay. So, where is our grenade gun? Where did I put it? There we go. Now, I'm going to switch out for freeze rounds. And... I'm wondering if I should hang on to everything else. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of the gunpowder A. Well, maybe not all of it, just most of it. And I'm going to show you what happens if we make enough gunpowder A. Alright, we've now reached the point where we're making 17 instead of 15. So we're doing pretty good. And now we're making 20. But now we've gotten to the point where we can create enhanced ammunition. So we're going to do that instead of making regular ammunition. The box is a little different, and the color has turned red. Let's take a look at them. 9mm parabellum rounds added with powerful powder, created with the reloading tool, and they're called Black Taurus. Ooh, used either for the M92F or the SIG Pro. Okay. I did not know that. I only ever used it for the handgun, which is this one right here. Okay, let's put the reloading tool back. And now the M92F has enhanced ammunition in it. Where did I put that grenade gun? There we go. You can hang out up here. I do not think we have enough gunpowder B just yet to make enhanced shotgun ammunition. But when we get to that point, I'll show you what it's like. Take you, put you all the way up. Where? Put you up here with all the healing items.